Sawete. Today we're going to take a look at Chapter 5, and we're going to be introduced to the future tense, the imperfect tense, and we're going to take a look at a special class of first, second declension adjectives where the masculine nominative ends in ER. So let's go ahead and get started. In English, we signify the future tense with a helping verb, will or shall in the first person. In Latin, we insert a little infix in between the verbal stem and the personal endings. In Latin, we use the infix bi to indicate that the time is in the future. First person singular and third person plural are slightly different, but otherwise it's just a matter of verbal stem plus bi plus personal endings. So let's go ahead and look at our paradigm. First person singular of our model first conjugation verb laudo. For first person singular in the future, we would get laudabo, I shall praise. Second singular, laudabis, you will praise. Third singular, laudabit, he, she, or it will praise. Then we go to the plural. First plural, laudabimus, we shall praise. Second plural, laudabitis, all of you will praise. And then plural, third plural, laudabunt, they will praise. Notice for first person singular and first person plural, the proper form for the future is shall. We very commonly use will in those cases as well. Future tense for second conjugation verbs we form in exactly the same manner, stem plus bi plus personal endings. So let's look at our model verb moneo monere. So first singular in the future, monebo, I shall warn. Second singular, monebis, you will warn. Third singular, monebit, he, she, or it will warn. We go to the plural. First plural, monebimus, we shall warn. Second plural, monebitis, you plural will warn. And then third plural, monebunt, they will warn. The imperfect tense for first and second conjugation is about the simplest forms we have. It's just a matter of verbal stem plus the infix ba plus personal endings. And it's consistent through all forms, first, second, third person, singular, and plural. So we do verbal stem plus ba plus endings. So let's look at our first conjugation model verb, laudo, laudare. And for the imperfect tense, we got first singular, laudabam, I was praising. Second singular, laudabas, you were praising. Third person singular, laudabat, he, she, or it was praising. In the plural, first plural, laudabamus, we were praising. Second plural, laudabatis, you were praising. And then third plural, laudabant, they were praising. So stem plus ba plus personal endings. Imperfect second conjugation verbs are formed in the same manner, stem plus ba plus endings. So let's look at our model verb, moneo, monere. First person singular in the imperfect, monebam, I was warning. Second singular, monebas, you were warning. Third singular, monebat, he, she, or it was warning. First person plural, monebamus, we were warning. Second plural, monebatis, all of you were warning. And then third plural, monebant, they were warning. So a few words on translation for the future and the imperfect tense. For the future, we use the helping verb will or shall if it's first person. The imperfect tense, it denotes an ongoing or continuous act in the past. So it's actions that were going on, repeated, habitual, attempted, or just beginning. So there's actually a variety of ways we can translate the imperfect. For example, monebam, we could translate as I was warning, I used to warn, I tried to warn, I was beginning to warn, or simply just simple past tense, I warned. So whatever sounds best, whatever works best in the given situation. Another thing we'll take a look at in this chapter is first, second declension adjectives where the masculine nominative ends in ER. So we're going to see we have the same problem of E before R that we saw with nouns, here again in adjectives. So when finding the base for adjectives, always take the nominative singular feminine form and drop the case endings. So in contrast to what we do with the nouns where we take the genitive singular. So for adjectives, always take the nominative feminine singular form and drop the case endings. And dictionary entries always list the masculine, feminine, and neuter singular nominative forms for adjectives. So let's look at a few examples just to clarify. So here we have the first, second declension adjective liber, libera, liberum. So we look to the feminine nominative singular, drop the a case ending, and we get the base liber. And to that we'll just go ahead and add all of our endings. So genitive singular would be liberi, liberi, liberi. Dative singular, libero, liberi, libero. Accusative, liberum, liberam, liberum. Ablative singular, libero, libera, libero. And then the vocative, liber, libera, liberum. So let's go ahead and look at the plural forms for our adjective. Nominative, liberi, liberi, libera. Genitive plural, liberorum, liberarum, liberorum. Dative, liberis, liberis, liberis. Accusative plural, liberos, liberas, libera. Ablative, liberis, liberis, liberis. And then vocative, liberi, liberi, libera. So in our previous example, the E did stay in the base. Let's look at another one where the E does not stay in the base. Pulcher, pulcra, pulcrum. So again, we go to the nominative feminine singular, drop the a case ending, and get our base. And to that, we'll add all of our personal endings. So nominative singular, pulcher, pulcra, pulcrum. Genitive, pulcri, pulcri, pulcri. Dative singular, pulcro, pulcri, pulcro. Accusative, pulcrum, pulcrum, pulcrum. Ablative, pulcro, pulcra, pulcro. And then vocative, pulcher, pulcra, pulcrum. The plurals, nominative plural, pulcri, pulcri, pulcra. Genitive plural, pulchrorum, pulchrorum, pulchrorum. Dative plural, pulchris, pulchris, pulchris. Accusative, pulchros, pulchros, pulchra. And ablative, pulchris, pulchris, pulchris. And finally, vocative, pulchri, pulchri, pulchri. A mouthful, but it's a good way to learn the case endings. So now that we've done all that work with the adjectives, you probably either have a cramp from writing or typing it all out, or you have a tied tongue from trying to pronounce them. So how do we keep these straight, the BI and the BA infixes? An easy way to remember which is which, the imperfect BA we translate was, and both BA and was have an A in them. For the future, the BI infix we translate as will in most cases. Both of those have an I in them. So BA has an A like was, BI has an I like will. So a handy way to remember which one's imperfect and which one's future. So just to review, in Chapter 5 we learned the future and imperfect tenses for first, second conjugation verbs. We learned how to deal with a special class of first, second declension adjectives where the masculine nominative ends in ER. As we get into the next chapter, we will learn the future and imperfect for sum, plus we will learn another helping verb, possum, which we could translate as can or to be able. So we'll learn the present, the future, and the imperfect for that as well. So until next time, Willete.